Hi and Assalamualaikum madam. My name is AMIRUL HAKIM bin SUHAIMI and my group mate is FARAH, NURAIN, BINTI, ISHAK. In this video, we are going to present our research entitled Student Academic Performance while doing part-time job. As for all to know, part-time jobs are common among university students due to financial constraint and the need for experience. According to the HSBC survey in 2018, it says that in Malaysia, the rate of 90% of students working exceed the global rate of 83%. This indicates that most students in Malaysia are working part-time job. However, there have not been large studies that measure the grade of a student who works part-time job. Therefore, this study aims at providing a definite answer of whether it is true that a part-time job will badly impact students' academic performance or not.
Next, this research paper aims to contribute to filling a gap by focusing on investigating students' academic performance while doing a part-time job. The focus population are students from Part 3, 4 and 5 of Bachelor of Business Administration Entrepreneurship in University Teknologi Mara, UiTM Puncak Alam. Besides, there has not been large studies that investigate the reason for students to take up a part-time job and to identify what are the factors that can affect students' academic performance.
That's right, Farah. Next, for the research objective, there are three main objectives in this study. First, to find out the student academic performance while doing part-time job. Second, to investigate the reason for students to take a part-time job while studying. And third, which is the last, to identify the factors affecting students' academic performance while doing a part-time job.
Next, the research questions that can be identified are: first, what are the academic grades for students who take up a part-time job while studying? 2. What are the reasons for students to take up a part-time job? And 3. What are the factors affecting students' academic performance while doing a part-time job?
And now we are going to discuss the literature review of this research. There are three variables taken into the consideration in the success of this research. First and foremost is student. The definition of student according to Cambridge Academic Content Dictionary, student can be defined as a person who is learning at a college or university or someone who knows about a subject and interested in it but may not have studied in it formally. Secondly, their academic performance. According to Alfan in 2005, the research stated that academic performance can be defined as the capacity of the student to perform well in education and be able to fulfill the criteria in the job market. Last but not least, the variable that have been taken into consideration is the part-time job. According to the International Labour Organization, part-time job can be defined as a type of work that requires fewer hours per week than a full-time work.
Next, let me explain the research design of this study. The purpose of the study is to describe the student's academic performance while doing a part-time job. Therefore, this research serves as a descriptive research. Next, it is a clarification investigation as we want to clarify whether it is true that working a part-time job will affect academic performance. Next, for the unit of analysis, survey was directed at samples of 82 students from Part 3, 4 and 5 of Bachelor of Business Administration Entrepreneurship University Teknologi Mara UiTM Puncak Alam who are still doing a part-time job, and the time horizon of this study is cross-sectional study because it has been done in a short period of time.
Yes, that's true, Farah. Next, the sampling technique used for this research is purposive method sampling. This is because the subject for this research was taken based on their experience and expertise toward our topic and objective. Other than that, sample size taken from this research involve students from Part 3 to Part 5 of Bachelor of Business Administration Entrepreneurship in UiTM Puncak Alam who have experience in working part-time while studying.
Next, I am going to explain the questionnaire design of this research. In this research proposal, there are 6 parts that have been taken into consideration. The questionnaire consists of Part A, which is respondents' information. Part B is where we study about the reasons for students to take up part-time job. Part C is where we study about the students' time management. Part D is where we study about the students' stress management. And next, Part E is where we study about the students' academic performance, and lastly, part F is where we study about the factors that affect students' academic performance.
The data collection of this study is by using a set of questionnaires consisting about 30 questions distributed to a number of 82 students from Part 3, 4, and 5 of Bachelor of Business Administration Entrepreneurship in UiTM Puncak Alam who have experience in working part-time while studying.
That's right, Amirul. Next, we are going to present the results and analysis of this study. There are 3 phases in this section. For the first phase, the study will describe the respondents' information consisting of gender, age, and working sector. For the second phase, the study will investigate the students' academic performance by measuring their CGPA. And then third phase, the study will describe the reasons for students to take up part-time job and the factors affecting their academic performance.
Before we going deeper in this presentation, we need to know the respondent information. About 40.2% of the respondents are male, and the majority of them, about 59.8%, are female. As we are taking the information from UiTM Puncak Alam student as a respondent, 32.9% of the respondents are aged around 20 years old to 23 years old. The majority are 61%, which age around 24 years old to 26 years old, and the least 6.1%, which age around 27 years old to 30 years old. The last variable that we take into the consideration is their working sector. The majority of the respondents are self-employed, which is 58.5%. 35.4% of them are working in the private sector, and the least 6.1% are working in the governmental sector.
Next, the most important part of this research is the results and analysis. As the student's academic performance is the dependent variable of the study, student's CGPA was investigated. The table shown represents the student's CGPA while doing a part-time job. Student CGPA is the main tool and indicator to measure students' academic performance as their engagement in the classroom, respond towards tests and assignments will be determined by their CGPA. Based on the output obtained, 53.7% of the respondents obtained CGPA 3.5 and above, followed by 42.7% of the respondents obtained CGPA 2.0 to 3.49, and only 3.7% of the respondents obtained CGPA below 2.0. Therefore, it is proven that most of the respondents received CGPA 3.5 and above, with a percentage of 53.7%, even though they work a part-time job. On top of that, this research also investigates the student's academic achievement. What is an achievement? Achievement is an award and recognition that can be achieved when a person works hard to get something. As a student, there are plenty of awards offered as a motivational push, such as Dean's List Award, Best Student Award, and other awards offered in co-curricular activities. Therefore, this variable is used to investigate the accomplishments or awards received by the students who work a part-time job, aiming to measure their effort and wellness in engaging in university's activity and performance in academic. Based on the output received, 68.3% of the respondents received several awards in academics, and the remaining 31.7% respondents did not receive any award in academics. According to this data, the majority group of respondents received awards in academics. This shows that students whose part-time job are performing and engaging well in academics.
In this research proposal, we also identify their reason to work a part-time job. About 48.8% of the respondents agreed that they are taking part-time job due to their financial difficulties, and the rest are doing part-time job not because of financial difficulties. 29.3% of them stated that they have been pressured by family and friends to take a part-time job, and the rest 70.7% volunteered themselves to take a part-time job. Most of respondents, about 95.1%, agreed that they are taking part-time job due to gaining more work experience and improving communication skills, and the rest 4.9% of them didn't agree that gaining more work experience, and improving communication skill as their reason to take up a part-time job.
Moving to the next point, we also investigated the factors affecting students' academic performance. We investigated using two variables, time management and stress management. Based on the table shown under variable time management, 76.8% of the respondents strongly agree that time management plays a great role in balancing their studies and work. Next, under variable stress management, 50% of the respondents strongly agree that heavy workload and long working hours make them feeling anxious and always feeling tired to study. Therefore, it is advised that students should work in shorter working hours to maintain their best academic performance.
Throughout this research proposal, there are several recommendations that have been discussed that are suitable in order to improve this research for students who take part-time jobs during their study. First is the university part-time scheme. The university can come up with the idea of providing a scheme to students who want to work while studying. This can be achieved by opening several sectors of employment opportunities that are in line with their measure that they take and work under the auspices of the university. This idea can open students' eyes more widely about what they learn in the class to be applied in their part-time jobs. For example, the university may advertise laboratory assistant position to students majoring in science, pharmacy, or engineering. Sato, in 2007, stated that career education for young people cannot be completed only through curricular career education program in school. It is thought that organically linking curricular career education to extracurricular activity could bring significant benefits in this area. Indirectly, with the availability of part-time job opportunity like this, the university can help them reduce the financial burden of students as well as help them deepen the lesson they learn in class as well as work experience in the real world. Second is encouragement from the real world. Often we hear a lot of corporate companies don't open up a part-time job opportunities to students. This is because most companies doubt a person's abilities just because they are a student. This kind of discrimination should not be happen. Being a student does not necessarily mean not having a skills before they finish their study. One of the recommendations that can be highlighted to the companies that need a lot of support employees is by opening up a part-time job opportunities that can be borne by students. A job that is commensurate with their time and salary that they will earn. Perhaps many argue that easier work does not be beneficial to seek for experience. Do not get me wrong, because we don't know in terms of what we get experience. Maybe we gain experience that help us to socialize more maturely, or maybe we also gain experience from the right aspect of time management. For recommendation for future research, we will widen the search sample. We would like to recommend further study to look into the relationship between part-time job and student discipline or behavior. Future studies that expand the scope of analysis a wider range of societies are needed to better understand the association of relationship between part-time work and study commitment, job satisfaction, or even self-discipline in every student at university in Malaysia. Finally, it is important for both institutions and also families to cooperate in seeking ways to help students who work part-time during their study and balance their job and at the same time still perform well in academically.
To summarize this research, it can be concluded that the finding of this research found that majority of students who work a part-time job maintain a good CGPA. Other than that, the main reason for students to take up a part-time job is to help reduce financial burden, and they also work to gain good experience, skill, and also social benefits. However, through our findings, we can see that students tend to encounter exhaustion and stress more than those who did not work a part-time job during study. With a value of 82 respondents having answered this study, it is a strong study to be used as a reference for the future research. Therefore, the objective of this research is accomplished.